Welcome to Hate to Wait, where two lifelong dieters talk about their current struggles with weight loss. Diets, we've tried them all. We're not doctors, we don't play them on TV or on this podcast. Join our journey because misery loves company.
I got keto flu.
Oh boy, John.
We're a pair today.
We are a pair today. If anybody is watching in our Facebook group, we do a live show, the live recording of this every Thursday around 11 o'clock. And right now our graphics up on our video. Underneath mine is warning, beware of sharks. And underneath John's is warning, beware of grizz. So this is going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess what happened was there was some carbs slipping in because remember I had a 5-pound gain last week and I was like really, really mad at myself. So I said, okay, I'm going back to brass tacks. And I know that there must have been carbs slipping in because now I'm in the throes of that keto flu where you feel tired and you're cranky and everything's stupid. Everything annoys you.
Oh, it's just like PMS, John.
It is, I guess. Yeah, I guess it could be like PMS. To me, everything's stupid right now. And
yes.
Yeah, see? I went on a rant the other day on Facebook with Lisa and Sam from I Shake My Head Over Plastic Straws. Like, I can't believe that's a thing, plastic straws.
Yep.
I was like, really? Well, what about all the plastic bottles? What about all this stuff? And they're like, well, there's a turtle and it had a plastic straw stuck in its nose. I'm like, well, maybe the turtle didn't know how to use a straw. And now if it's stuck in his nose, now we're not allowed to have any plastic straws. But they have stainless steel straws. Ugh, all stupid. So anyhow, how are you doing?
Oh, I am in the throes of Shark Week. It finally came after last week. I was so late. I was looking at my app. I was 9 days late. That's what intermittent fasting is. It's so weird that it messed with my schedule so late. Also, I got it the day after I peed on the stick again. I was like, okay, this is 9 days. This is ridiculous. I'm peeing on the stick again. And I'm thinking every time I buy one of the pregnancy tests, I'm like, it's not even going to show up. I bet I'm not going to be pregnant. And I wasted $8. And I think about that every time. And I'm just like, it's the worst thing. Meanwhile, I have those thoughts and I know it's just PMS too.
Oh, a pregnancy test. I thought you were just going out in the backyard and peeing on a stick.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I could have peed on a frog like they used to do pregnancy tests way back before there were...
I've never heard of this little trivia.
Yeah.
Tell me the story behind that.
Oh, you would pee on a frog and then the next day, something with the hormones I think the frog would be pregnant or something like that. I don't know. There was something about peeing on a frog.
Wow.
That used to be the old time pregnancy test.
That's definitely an episode of The Story Behind, please. I want to know the story behind peeing on a frog.
Yeah.
I think that was my 80s band name, Peeing on a Frog. Yeah, didn't really go well. It was only a couple gigs.
So how's the keto treating you now?
Like a baby treats a diaper. Now, it's like I said, I think it'll work. I just got to stop. I told you that you can't dabble. You have to be all in or all out. If you dabble, then the next thing you know, you'll gain weight. Because if you have a high fat and you add carbs to a high fat diet, it will pack stuff on. It will definitely pack pounds on. That being said, so I went full keto probably about, 4 or 5 days ago. So hopefully I'll be coming out of the other side. Now they say you're supposed to drink like electrolytes, and I have this stuff. Hold on one second. Let me move away from the mic. It's called electrolyte powder, and you put it in like a bottle of water, and it's got like a little lemony taste to it. It's kind of like Gatorade, but it doesn't have the same kind of artificial sweeteners in there. So, and it's supposed to help. And I think it does a little bit because I don't want to stick my finger in somebody's eye right now, like I normally do. Yeah, it's bad when I really get into the throes of this. Like right now, I'm just feisty. Aren't
electrolytes just salt? Isn't it just fancy salt?
No, I think potassium and magnesium is involved.
Oh, magnesium's like the miracle drug. I love magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium and salt and potassium.
Okay.
Right. So, although, I don't know, sometimes I like Feisty John. Not too many other people like Feisty John, but I like
Feisty
Feisty.
John makes interesting comedy podcasts sometimes.
Yes. I need to be more feisty when I do my podcast.
That's true, because I think you've seen me when I go on a rant and it's Shark Week, and you're just taken aback of, whoa, where? And you realized before we're recording, I was talking about how when I win the lottery, the first thing I'm going to do is like elaborate ruses to people that I don't like, and you're just like, you are secretly spiteful.
Yeah, she's a secret mean girl, ladies and gentlemen. She really is. Like, she's all nice and, just like, oh my God, such a nice person. But boy, behind the scenes.
You get on my bad side.
Yeah,
there's a list. It's written in Sharpie.
You have a list?
No, not a real list.
Wow. Okay.
I can't put that out there. No, I don't have a list.
Okay. It's in the head.
Yeah. So I put in our Trello board this link to a new diet trend. First of all, no doctors are involved in this at all. This is a lot of bloggers who came up with this trend, and it's called the carnivore diet. It involves eating as much meat as possible. Actually, the first sentence of this article that I'll link to in the show notes says, "Vegans and vegetarians, you've been trigger warned. There's a new diet in town and it shuns all fruits and vegetables, the carnivore diet." And it's just eating all meat, seafood, eggs, and butter. No plants at all. And you see these pictures and it's just, I don't know, it's almost disgusting looking. Just
now, wait a minute. So that is disgusting to you? Because to me, that would be the best diet in the world.
Oh, well, I love meat. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love meat, but just, I couldn't eat that much meat. I just couldn't.
There's like 10 pounds of hamburger. There's a piece of salmon. There's like 3 steaks, all kinds of cheeses, eggs, bacon. I mean, it's just shrimp,
yeah.
or as they call them down south, swims. Swims. So that to me, like if I could take a steak, all right, and then put cheese on that and then shrimp on top of that with a little bit of crumbled bacon. Now that to me, that's heaven. That's a meal made in heaven.
But wouldn't you feel just heavy all the time? I feel like if my diet were nothing but meat, I'd just be craving I want something green. I need something lighter.
All right. So see, the thing about it is you're talking about 2 different things. Do I want to eat that meal? Yes. The next day, that's a little, because the next day, it's like a car wreck. You never know when it's going to happen. You don't know how bad it's going to be. And you're really not sure how many casualties there will be. So it's kind of like, you know it's going to happen, but you just aren't really sure where. But to be honest with you, that kind of meal to me is perfect. I don't know if I could sustain, okay.
It's not sustainable. That's definitely something.
Says you. Because let me just go through a day of that meal. All right, so let me see if you can do this. So in the morning, 3 eggs, couple slices of bacon. How's that?
Okay, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Lunch, some shrimp. All right, with a piece of steak, maybe a little bit of cheese. And then for dinner, some salmon. All right, with a side of, I don't know, eggs and salmon?
Oh
no, maybe not eggs and salmon.
That's so much.
All right, see, but I could eat that every day. I would not need. The only thing, okay, here's the funny thing. The only thing that I would miss in there is like bread. Like I would need. Yeah, okay. So that's the one thing I would miss. But vegetables, anything green, no, I would not miss that.
I'd miss potatoes, probably.
I haven't eaten potatoes in so long. I can't even remember last time I ate a potato.
That's true. You're probably very.
Right. So I really haven't missed potatoes. So here's my thing. Because the first thing they say is that nobody has done any kind of, what's it called when you study something? What is it?
Research?
Thank you. They haven't done any research on this diet. But the first thing they say is, it's unsustainable and it's not good for you. Well, did you do any research? Well, no. Well, okay. Well, then how is that unsustainable and bad for you if you've done some research on it? Or you haven't done research, how do you know that? And here's my thing. Because these nutritionalists have went to school, They spent a ton of money to learn the food pyramid, okay, that everybody's had since the 50s. You need your certain fruits. You take your plate and you make it like you got a little spot for your meats and a little spot for your fats, and it should be filled with vegetables and fruit. If you're in shape, yeah, that would probably work. But when you've overloaded and you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to change your body out of a carb burning body to a fat burning body, that doesn't work. I listened to Bill Burr last night on Conan O'Brien. He was talking about fat people flying. And listen, I hate flying, all right? And when I fly, I buy 2 seats, so I'm not that person. But he's like, oh, you're sitting there and you think, oh, look, I got a seat next to me. I'll give me, move out. And then all of a sudden, this fat guy comes in, and it's like I'm sitting beside him and behind him at the same time. Nobody wants to do that either. And you know something, Bill? If you say one more time, you should eat a salad and walk some more, I will throat punch you. You bald little freak. I've had it with you. All right? You know something? You miserable little man. I understand you don't like fat people and you want to fat shame everybody, but you ain't no picnic either. We don't like you either.
Okay, John.
Just saying.
Come back.
Oh,
come back to us.
Sorry.
Come back to the love.
So anyhow, I do think this diet is sustainable.
I don't know. Well, okay, so I'm not pushing for like all vegetables, and we've already discussed before how the food pyramid is absolute bullshit. Even nutritionists and doctors now are saying, oh yeah, what were we doing? Big sugar was pushing that, big carbohydrates, big bread, all those. I'm very conspiracy theory happy, I guess, about dieting, of just like the bread industry was pushing that 6 to 11 servings a day of meat.
Sure, they want to sell you that garbage they're making.
Yeah.
Because it's cheap. But go ahead, I'm sorry. Yes.
But I do think that you're not going to get the vitamins and minerals from meat that you would necessarily get if you throw some vegetables in there. Just a little. You're not going to necessarily get, I don't know, keratin or manganese from steak. I don't really know, but I think you get them more from vegetables.
You might. Okay, you might. But we have pills for that. You can take a supplement. You can take a pill for that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's my question to you. So let's say you get stuck on a desert island, all right, and you can't get, once in a while, coconut might fall down and you might be able, but you can't open it because they're hard. You have nothing to open it. But you can catch fish and shrimp, and there's clams there that you can grab, and maybe you can hit a occasional seagull with a clam and have that to eat for dinner one night. All right, so you have, and that's all you have is this protein. Do you think that you would die on that island?
No.
All right, so then how is it bad
wouldn't there
for
also be plants there?
What are you going to chew on? Salt grass? I mean, is that what you think you're going to? I mean,
I might find berries.
There's no berries on tropical islands. Well, maybe there is. I don't know.
Okay, in Blue Lagoon, there were berries, and the kids thought that they would kill them.
Right.
And
see, I would be afraid. I'd be like,
I would be afraid too. I really want to go on one of those hikes where the person points out all the things that you can eat in nature. I'd also find mushrooms. I'm a huge fan of mushrooms. And I'd be like, whatever this mushroom does, I'm on a deserted island. So let's have some fun. Let's see what this mushroom will do to me.
Yeah, I guess. To me, I think that anything I say the same thing. You could live on, if there was no meat, if you just were a vegetarian or a vegan, you could live on that. All right. The people say that, you need some protein. Well, there's a ton of protein in broccoli, and there's a ton of protein in a lot of different vegetables and stuff like that. So I just think it's all, everybody. The other day I heard coconut oil is bad for you now. Oh, don't eat coconut oil. I'm like,
coconut oil is amazing. Anybody who says that is just a hater. They are just a hater. Right. Coconut oil is so great. You know what? Lisa in the chat room brings up a really good point about this diet. All the meat will just bung you up. That's why I throw vegetables in there, is because I know that if I have too much meat, I'm going to be miserable in the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, if you can have coffee usually gets things moving along too. A nice, good, strong cup of coffee. It's almost like sending in a plunger. It'll shoot it right through you. For me, anyhow. I get a cup of coffee and I can almost set my watch. All right, here we go. About another 15 minutes. I should be home. We'll be fine. But if somebody stops me and I got to talk for 5 minutes, then there's an issue. Like I come in like Dukes of Hazzard, cars up on 2 wheels, Just slide to a stop, limp up the steps, try to get in. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. And Adam says coffee is a
That was the
plant.
other thing. Coffee is a plant, and they mention coffee in this article about it. Like, you can have all the meat you want and coffee. And I'm sitting there like, coffee is a plant, dude.
I got to tell you, to be honest with you, it's all stupid. All this is stupid.
It is all
The meat
stupid.
diet's stupid. To me, the nutrition's stupid. Yeah, honestly, to be honest with you, I think for me, because I've looked at a lot of these things, to me, the diet that seems the most sustainable is the keto diet, because you have vegetables, you can have roughage. It's more fat based, but plant fat based, and meat fat based. But to me, it seems like it's the most sustainable. My problem is that I have that carb addiction, bread addiction, stuff like that. That to me is that's my downfall. If I could get rid of that addiction, I think that this wouldn't be as much of a problem.
Yeah, well, it also would help if, I mean, I feel weird saying this, that I'm blaming like the grocery store industries, but everything is carbohydrate based, it seems. It would be so hard to do keto if you're just going to the store all the time and the aisles that are right there in front of you, not the around. I remember reading there was a really good tip for doing keto or doing low carb dieting is keep yourself on the outside edges of the grocery store, because everything there is the produce and then the dairy and then the meat and all the fresh stuff. But on the inside aisles are all the things that have a shelf life, which are carbs and processed foods.
I was told one time that if you can use that thing on your phone to do the code, the barcode, to figure out what's the is in it, then it's not good for you. So in other words, you can't pick up a green pepper and have a barcode on a green pepper. Or you can't, well, I guess you have no, I don't think they have barcodes on chicken or anything like that. But anything inside the aisles, anything that's in a box, anything that says, eat before the next 2 years, something
Especially
like
if you go to an actual butcher,
Right.
They're not going to put a barcode on their meat.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that. So to me, I think that the keto diet, and again, you do you. You want to do Weight Watchers, and you're having success on Weight Watchers because every once in a while you want to have a piece of pizza, and you can stop at a piece of pizza. then that is the diet for you. I'm not poo-pooing anybody else's diet. I really am not. But for me, one piece of pizza leads to 8 pieces of pizza.
Yeah, pizza is one of those foods. I don't remember if we talked about it, but pizza is one of those foods where I don't have a cutoff. I could keep eating pizza and I never feel full and I want to eat more. Even when my stomach is like, please stop eating. Please stop this. You have to unbuckle your belt right now. I'm still like, I still have the taste. I still want the taste in my mouth. I still want to chew up that pizza so bad. That's, I think, one of my trigger foods. Do you have a trigger food? Is it pizza for you, or is it maybe cheesesteaks?
Actually, to be honest with you, mine is ice cream and tapioca pudding. They are my.
You talk about tapioca pudding so much. I have to find a keto recipe for you.
I know, it's crazy. Well, here's the other thing. I got to stop. I follow a lot of keto pages on Facebook, and they have all these amazing recipes, and I don't cook. So then I'm thinking to myself, that looks amazing. Like there's so many ways to make a keto cheesecake. And basically what it is it's keto sweetener, which I think is monk fruit and something else. And then they use cream cheese.
Cream cheese is great,
right,
yeah.
and some heavy cream. Yeah. And then they put that and they mix it all together. And then they use almond flour or something for the crust. I don't even want the crust. Just make the filling, put it in a bowl, and give me a spoon. But the problem with that is, like, it's portion size. Like, they say, oh, you put like a little cup. I would just eat it. I would eat the whole bowl of it. I have when my trigger foods, it's just never enough. Like you are with pizza, I am with tapioca pudding and ice cream. I could eat ice cream. I could eat a half. When they used to be half gallons. They're smaller now. That to me is a serving size. I could eat that whole thing in a sitting. I have.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is, for me, That's why Weight Watchers doesn't work for me, because I cannot stop at a piece of pizza. I cannot, for some reason, it just turns on the switch and then all hell breaks loose.
And I think it's probably why I'm so almost stagnant with intermittent fasting, is because that window opens up and I really, I have to push myself to get those vegetables in. Yep. Yeah. And I'm just, sitting there watching the clock being like, whatever, I'll eat whatever I want. And then I'll be really good tomorrow. There's always I'll be good tomorrow. I'll be good tomorrow. And I mean, this week, it's so sad that Shark Week comes and all of a sudden I almost look forward to Shark Week, because at that point, all bets are off and I really let myself go. And I'm just like, I deserve this. My body wants it. I normally don't crave chocolate ever. This week was just an anomaly. It was just going through everything. Oh God, last night.
Okay, how do you handle dark chocolate? Because dark chocolate is supposed to be.
I love dark chocolate.
So that's usually okay. It's better for you. It's got a higher fat count and I think less sugar than milk chocolate and other chocolates like that. So
it has higher antioxidants, and yeah, I really like dark chocolate. But the thing is, nobody else in the house does, which is kind of a good thing. It means I can have all I want.
Better for you. It'll stay in the house.
Yeah. So I try really hard not to. If I don't have chocolate in the house, I won't eat it. But the problem this week came. I brought chocolate into the house, knowing that it was Shark Week, and I was going to want one or two pieces. No, I ate like all the pieces of these chocolate caramel with sea salt things. I ate all of them in 2 days. And then last night, my mouth was just craving sweetness. I just wanted sweetness. There was nothing in the house aside from a can of frosting, which I did not open. I was really close to just opening it up and spoon feeding it to myself.
Been there, done that.
Yep. Or sprinkles. We had these multicolored sprinkles.
Never done that.
Well, they were different kinds. So one of the kinds was like these tiny little candies. They were like chalky candies with a candy coating on them. And then so I open up that side and I'll just see how these taste. And that was it. That whole side was gone. And then I handed the whole thing of sprinkles to my husband and I was like, just throw this out. Just throw this out before I start doing something else stupid. I'm going to open up that frosting in a second, mix it with the frosting, and just start eating it. And it was just...
I'm going to sprinkle these into that frosting? I'm going to get a spoon and nobody come near me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was ready to just crawl into a blanket with my frosting and be like, that's it. This is my life now.
So this week, we got a Costco membership. Me and Kathy, my ex-wife, we decided to go on a Costco. So what she went there and she brought back, and there's 3 half of a chicken and they're refrigerated. So I got 2 of them. I froze one and I have the one there. And what's nice about that is you could take the half a chicken, throw it in the microwave, heat it up, and then take the chicken off it. So last night it was like 11 o'clock and I was starving and I couldn't get to sleep. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go. So I heated up the chicken and I pulled some chicken off there and I put, and this is going to sound gross to everybody, but because I didn't have ketchup and you're not supposed to use ketchup. So I took some hot sauce and some mayonnaise and then I kind of made like buffalo chicken and it was actually really, really good. So I ate that before I went to bed and I could actually sleep. But my problem, like I said, between 10 and 12 midnight is just, I cannot seem to get through that point. Like I can cut it off. So I figured, well, I stuck to more protein and fat and no carbohydrates. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm just trying to get through this keto flu and then get back to it again. Jessica doesn't like the chicken hot sauce and the mayonnaise.
Nope. She just said barf.
Yeah, I know. I think it's the mayonnaise. I don't think Jewish people like mayonnaise. I don't think they're a fan of the mayonnaise.
My husband hates mayonnaise. He actually hates anything that's white. Any white dip. He hates ranch dressing, mayonnaise, cream cheese, sour cream.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the other thing for me is I wish that containers of things were smaller because I always feel bad buying stuff knowing it's going to go bad because I'm the only one in the house. Jessica's proving you're wrong. She's like, that's ridiculous. We don't mind mayonnaise.
The Jewish people love mayonnaise. Okay, just checking. I just think, like I said, once I get through this, I'll be a little bit better. But right now, I'm a little salty. So it's okay. Hey, what about Winning Wednesdays?
Winning Wednesdays. Let's go to other people who are not going through Shark Week or having trouble.
Or keto withdrawal and hating everyone.
Yeah. Say, Charlene, today is a win, day 2 of exercise and clean eat, and I feel like I'm coming up with a plan. So awesome, Charlene.
There you go. Where is it? Here it. Wait a minute. I went to the wrong one. Here it is. That's not it. Damn you, John.
Yay!
I might have to leave that in there. It was so funny.
We have Shelly and Andy, and they're one of those Facebook accounts where it's 2 people, so I'm not sure which one is in the group, but I'm glad both of them are here, I guess. And they read The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung, and he suggests doing a 24-hour fast a couple of times a week. This means you have your last meal today at 7 p.m., and then you don't eat again until dinner tomorrow. They tried it on Tuesday, and it was not that difficult, so yay for them.
I don't know if I could do a full day fast.
I think I could, because I was doing 4-hour windows and just maybe 1 meal a day for a while when I was really good. And I have to get back to that. I think I could do a 24-hour fast. The Obesity Code, by the way, I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes. I've been meaning to read that because when I started intermittent fasting, I was reading Delay, Don't Deny by Jen Stevens, and she refers to the Obesity Code a lot in that book. And I think that's one of the books I have on my wish list that I want to get to reading.
You know, I would think that, well, see, first of all, I don't read. So I hope maybe it's on, what's that place where they read?
It's on Audible.
Audible? Okay.
Yeah, you can get
I think
it
I'll get it on Audible. I'm a listener. I'm not a reader.
We also have Sonia, who just doesn't want to feel her back fat. And I hear you, Sonia. She puts, this is only something women get, this painful protruding flesh while wearing a bra. Oh, we get it. We had some comments on this too. Charlene says there's nothing less motivating than the ill-fitting bra. And Rita, actually, she has her daughter take weekly photos of the back of her so she can see the difference between day 1 and now. And she's going to post them in our group at her goal weight. So that's amazing, Rita. I can't wait to see that because that's something that we don't think about, but it's something that comes up in pictures where I'm like, oh my God, those rolls. Like I was very conscious of how my stomach looked that day and making sure to hide all the rolls there. But in the back, I don't care. I don't see it. The back of my hair is never done. It's always the sides and the front.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, right now I have like a ridiculous clip to hold it up. But no, we never think about the back of ourselves.
We went to Podcast Movement, and there was somebody walking around with a camera. How dare they? And they were just taking random pictures. And then I would see them up on the website. I was like, holy cow, look at the side. Oh my God, that's me. So yeah, it was one of those things. I was like, woof, so there's nothing worse. I mean, the camera, it's a motivator. I'm not going to lie. You see pictures and you're like, woof. Like some people, like they take a picture of themselves and they put it on the refrigerator. Kind of. So when they go to the refrigerator, they take a look at themselves and they're like,
so there you are, Tubby.
And then it makes them maybe make a better choice. Like I would need one on my side window. So when I went to the drive-through, would be sitting there. I actually need it when I go to put down the window on my truck. It says,
so there you are, Tubby.
I think that maybe that would work better for me.
We also have Brendan with his Winning Wednesday post of, while my weight has been bouncing around the same mark for the last couple of weeks, my waist is down 5 centimeters, which is about 2 inches. And as long as the waist keeps decreasing, he knows he's headed in the right direction.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Adam put it in the chat. His wife is not in this group, but she's down 30 pounds in the last few months. Thyroid and blood pressure medication and she made cuts to soda. And guess what? There you go, 30 pounds. So that's great. Meant since May.
That's amazing.
There you go. So I'm off on my tadas, but here we go.
Yay.
Should I do another one?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Just one for good measure in case I miss somebody.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. I'm such a better mood every time I read the Winning Wednesday post because we'll come in and we'll be complaining and then all of a sudden you'll remind me that we have Winning Wednesday posts and I'll be like, oh yeah, other people had good weeks. We seem to be the ones who have bad, either that or, well, you know what? We're not posting our wins at all. And we should really post our wins. We have wins. We're not just having terrible weeks.
I don't want to spoiler alert, I do kind of do them on the show. So like if I put them all in,
Yeah.
so that's why I don't put them on. And I also didn't put a goal for the goalpost Sunday
Yeah.
because I figured I would do it in here. I honestly thought I had a very good week. I'm just cranky right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know we come on here and we kind of cry about it, but I mean, these are really our feelings. And I know, because I've done this several times, when I come out of this, when I get through the window, when I get through the flu, I'll feel so much better. But it's just getting through that flu, just coming off it, detoxing off of carbohydrates is basically what I'm doing. Also, Michelle, she didn't put anything in here, but she reached out to me. She couldn't watch the show live today because she's going for testing, because in 2 weeks she will be going in for surgery. So congratulations to her. She's going there, and she was telling me something that I don't know if I can talk about that. Okay, I can't talk about it, but she's a little apprehensive about it, but I'm just saying, you know what? I know you can do this. I know you can get through it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, we're thinking about you, Michelle.
Yes, we are. And I'm going to try to hold her to when she gets through this and she's able to, I'm going to bring her in here and we'll have her on the show. So that should be fun.
Are you done with the liquid diet at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was, I honestly, I just wanted to try to see, because I was thinking about trying to go back and maybe going through the weight loss surgery, but I don't know if I would even make it 2 weeks through. You would have to put me in a room and roll bottles of liquid in there for me. You would have to lock me away for 2 weeks with a bathroom and a smartphone and just put liquid in there so I could get through the liquid diet. I could.
Like a hamster?
Yeah, like a hamster. Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah, you just fill my thing and I would just be up on there drinking out of it. Yeah, that's what.
You'd have nothing to do for fun except a wheel, and you'd be like, oh.
Right. Well, I have my smartphone.
That's true.
I would just be on social media crying and bitching and complaining. That's what I would be doing for 2 weeks. And then afterwards, you just give me the surgery. And then, because you have to do the liquid diet afterwards, you'd have to put me
my gosh,
right. You have to put
wow.
me right back in that room again for another 2 weeks. Because I can't be trusted. I would not be able to be trusted. So I figured, let me try the liquid diet. I lasted 48 hours. And I was like, this sucks. But
kudos to anybody who has done that.
How
That's
brave.
I can't imagine. That's amazing.
I also want to punch people and they go, oh, well, they had the surgery. They took the easy way out. Really?
No, that's...
I just want to I actually do want to punch them.
Yeah, I think, well, we're very anti-judgment in this group anyway.
Except Adam. Adam puts in the chat, you think John's knees could handle a hamster wheel? No. Well, that's a good joke.
One day we'll just pull Adam in and be like, give me your food diary. What do you eat? I need to copy what you eat.
Who, Adam?
Yeah, skinny Adam. Well, I'm not skinny shaming. I don't want to skinny shame either.
I mean, I think the thing about some people is they can eat just about anything, and their body has, he has a very high metabolism, and it goes through. God bless them. If you could order one of those on Amazon and have it delivered, I would order one, and I would be done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a faster metabolism. Yes, I'd like to have one of those, please. What would you rather? Would you rather have a faster metabolism, $2 million, or a way to transport all over? I would take the faster metabolism.
I think I could be fat and happy with $2 million.
Is that really?
At $2 million, I don't give a shit what I look like in photos. I could pay somebody to Photoshop me in every single photo out there.
Take this and make me thinner. Damn it.
Well, I could also afford to go to the stores I want to go and go to Whole Foods and get these amazing superfoods.
But you can't, no. As much as you try, you can't lose any weight. It's the $2 million.
Oh, they wouldn't let me?
Right. These are my rules.
Oh my gosh. There's this terrible Lifetime movie that I watched years ago, and it was with Suzanne Summers, I think. And she made a deal with the devil where the devil made her thin. And the devil was like, all right, no matter what you do, you're not going to gain weight. And all you have to do is trade your soul. So at the end of the movie, she was like, I have to get out of this pact. Like, I'm thin and I'm happy and I found a guy who loves me, but the devil now has my soul. So they do this like elaborate thing to distract the devil. Meanwhile, at the very end, she gets on the scale to prove to the devil, you broke your promise, and she's gained a pound. And the devil's like, wait, how did that happen? She's like, because I'm pregnant. And it was such a terrible movie for 9-year-old me to watch, to get that idea of just like, I could sell my soul to the devil, and then there's the loophole is just get pregnant so I can get out of that pact. Yeah.
There you
that's
go.
Great.
That is a horrible thing for a 9-year-old girl. So Jessica says that, is there anything for just being okay with how you are and being healthy, not skinny? I don't think either one of us has ever said we wanted to be thin. We just want to be less, we just want to be healthy. And I'm not healthy right now. And it's not that listen, I'm never going to be a model, okay? Or, I mean, to be honest with you, if I lost all this weight, I'd have to have the skin removed because I would look like a flying squirrel. But basically, we're not talking about being skinny so we would look better in a bathing suit. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about being healthy. So we're not, trying to say that we're losing weight to be skinny and we'll be happy if we're skinny. We're not doing that. I am doing this just to be healthier. So.
Yeah, I complain about being skinny and wanting to fit into my clothes. At this point, like, if I fit into a lot of my older clothes now, I'm still just trying to get to the point where I can maintain, I guess, and be happy with it. I mean, she's absolutely right. She really puts it into perspective. I'm not
happy with where I am at now. I'm not okay with where I am at now. I mean, I'm okay where I am at now as a person. But no, I got issues. I mean, I can't walk around. I can't do the things that I want to do in life. I'm not happy with the way I am right now. So no.
Jessica, do you want to hop in? Can we get Jessica in?
Yeah, we can bring her in. Now she's got to put makeup on. She's got to get her hair did. Hello.
I'm good. I'm not wearing makeup, but whatevs.
That's it.
We're talking about self-acceptance. I can't just be like, wait, let me put on all the makeup.
Right, there you go.
That just seems wrong.
All right. Jessica, you are our first guest. You're our first official guest.
Sorry, and thank you.
Well.
Yeah. I want you to get on that soapbox and just yell at us because
So tell us what we're talking about. So where are we going wrong here? Tell us about ourselves, please. That's it. That's what I like. Someone that really knows what they're talking about. Come on.
I'm not talking about creating goals or achieving goals or trying different things. What I'm talking about is there's actually one sentence, Emily, that you said that sticks out to me, which is, I always feel better when I read the Wednesday wins because just you and I are the only ones that have bad weeks. But I guess what I'm asking is, and this is philosophical, it's not criticism. Is it possible to be okay with the fact that you didn't have the best week and just try harder next week? Or do you feel like, and this is, again, it's philosophical, or do you feel like if you don't self-punish in some way by saying like, I suck or whatever, that you will never get to that next point? Like, is it possible to be okay with how you are and still diet? Or do you have to feel some type of like shame and agony over it in order to move forward? Because this is where I'm constantly struggling, is like, I want to be nice to my brain because I don't think my brain can take any more like anxiety and heartache and damage. So I want it, but it also, I think, does cause Coca-Cola problems.
So describe Coca-Cola problems. So it means it makes you go right to the Coca-Cola.
It means that if I'm okay with having one, and I'll be nice to myself over having one, then I might have another one. Or if I'm just like, no, I can't, I mustn't, then, maybe I'll stay more on track. Like, I want to self-accept, but I also want to be doing things for the right reasons. And I don't know, like, I want to be able to be nice to myself without being complacent. Can we do that?
You want your cake and eat it too? So I'm confused.
No, I want to be okay with the fact that if I eat cake, I won't feel suicidal.
Well, no, I don't. Yeah, okay. I don't feel suicidal if I fall off the wagon. I'm disappointed in myself because I could have made better choices.
But you're a perfectly wonderfully smart and talented person, though, regardless of cake.
They can't walk 100 yards. No, it's unacceptable. For me, it's unacceptable.
That's a lifetime of choices that got you to this point. I'm just talking about who you are today, though.
Yes, but I have to reverse that lifetime of choices so that I can get back into a place where I can start to live my life instead of watching my life go by because I am unhealthy and cannot participate anymore.
That does make sense to me. I've talked about this with Scott.
Right.
Also, and he cannot wrap his head around the fact that some fluffy people are okay with being fluffy. He's like, no, they're lying. And I'm like, they're not. It's okay to just be who you are right now. And he's like, no, it's not. If you're fat, it's not. No fat person believes that. And I'm like,
all right, but here's the issue because I've been through this because I'm a little bit older than you. So when I was your age, yes, right, a lot. So when I was your age, I could do all the things. I could walk. I would have been podcast moving. I would have been all over. I've been singing karaoke. I would have been doing all the things because I could move around and I could do everything. And I used to say, I'm the healthiest fat person around. The problem is you're carrying another person on your back. And what happens is you start now in 5 years, you start wearing things out. You're wearing your knees out. You're wearing your back out. You're doing your insides are screaming. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Right. So what happens is yes, it's okay to be okay with yourself. But again, realize that you sooner or later are going to have to pay for this in some way, shape, or form, whether it's new knees or, having diabetes.
I mean, right now it's new shirts because nothing fits.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So for one of the things that we're talking about doing here is changing things around. And the problem is we're really seeing why it has taken us so long to change all this because of the things we're talking about right now that, you think that everything's okay, but then they go out somewhere and everybody's having pizza and then you're like, okay, well, I'll have a slice. And the next thing you know, you don't know what's going on and half a pizza's gone. It's just one of those things.
That only happens to me when I avoid carbs. If I am avoiding carbs and I have one slice of pizza, I will plow through a whole pizza. But if I'm avoiding carbs and I see pizza, I'm not bothered by it unless I eat it. Right. Then this is how I got this heavy. I was off carbs for 6 months. And after I had Isaac, I had 1 ginger ale. Then I had 3 ginger ales.
Right.
Then I was drinking 6 cans of Coke a day. And now I'm 50 pounds heavier.
Right.
That's what happened with me. The same thing. The Trim Healthy Mama diet I was on it for 6 months. I was doing so well.
I had diabetes. Did you?
No. I was always I had to end up doing the 3-hour test with both kids.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were just like, well, you're borderline. And meanwhile, I was so close to failing. And honestly, I feel like I cheated on them because before going to them, I just wouldn't eat for 2 days because I didn't want to.
You're not supposed to for a certain period of time. But no, I did the same thing. I loaded up on eggs and bacon for 2 days. Just ate protein. Didn't help. I was just when I'm pregnant, my body falls apart. But the point is, the second I start with carbs, it all comes back, and I can't be okay with that either. I guess I just would love. I don't know, Em. Maybe it's the love in my heart that I feel for the two of you. I want you guys to not be unhappy and be happy doing these things for yourselves instead of being unhappy when you don't succeed as much as you want.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Because I would like to learn how to do that. And I'm not saying you have to be my role model.
Please,
I'm just saying
anybody but me.
Somebody has to, and it's impossible to find. That's all.
Well, I mean, what I do is I talk about, I'm just honest with what goes on during the week, and I'm trying to get better and better. But so this is episode 18. So we've been doing this for 18 weeks. Mm-hmm. And here's the other thing. This is probably the longest that I've done this and been in, I don't want to say failure, but struggle. Been in the struggle, and because I would have given up by now, and I would have gave it all back, and that's some too. So the
podcast is keeping you successful.
So the podcast is keeping me successful, motivated, and accountable. All right, because I got to get on that scale every week. I only weigh myself once a week. So when I get on that scale, when I got on that scale this morning, I had no idea what was going to happen. And so that is the issue. So all I'm trying to do is change my habits, change my lifestyle, and eat in a way where I can lose some of this mass and get my lifestyle back. So that's what I'm doing. When I do something and I know that I shouldn't, because that's my biggest problem is no one's here to, I need supervision. I need supervision So when I'm unsupervised, all hell breaks loose. So, and then I come on here and talk about it. It's almost like a little bit of therapy. But I think what happens is other people out there are listening to this and they're having the same issues. I don't ever think that nor will I don't care if I'm thin. I don't, I just want to be, it's time to eat. Gotta go. So, no, so anyhow, that's what I'm saying is I'm trying to change this thing. And as I go through the throes of whatever's going on here, I talk about it. So other people are doing the same thing. Don't quit. They're like, well, John's still doing it. It's 18 weeks and he's still struggling. I can continue to struggle too. Listen, We're not here to figure out how to get 15 pounds off so you look good in your bikini. That's not what this show is about. If that's what you're here for, you're in the wrong place.
I mean, that's not what I'm here for.
No,
15 pounds
I get
will be
that.
like one boob. But I'm just saying, yeah,
I know, me too.
I don't know. I guess like I said, I wish we could be nice to ourselves through this journey instead of feeling bad about when we fail. And I don't expect you guys to fix it by by talking it out now. It's something that I long for mentally, is to be able to lose weight, but feel good about whatever way I do. But maybe that's dangerous because you don't succeed if you're okay with failing.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. And that's something, and especially in Shark Week, I just get I'm meaner
What's with
to
you in
myself.
Shark Week?
You know what Shark Week is? Do you know what Shark Week is?
Does it affect your psyche? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm mean
Affect
to
everyone's psyche, or just you?
I don't
just
know.
me.
You're a woman.
And whoever
is that your problem?
I'm mean to, I guess. It's like,
Okay.
and I'm especially mean to myself. And I'm just like, well, I deserve this. And then why'd you do that? You're so, and 3 other weeks out of the month, perfectly fine. I don't know who this monster is.
Oh, that's Shark Week. I get it.
Oh. Yeah. Shark, because they like the blood.
Yes.
I had to make the hands.
I am in now. I'm on top of it now. Yes.
Yeah.
Other question. What if you had an opportunity for people in the group to be accountable as well, like a group weigh-in?
I don't,
Have you
like I
thought
said, I don't
about-
want to pressure anybody into that.
It's not pressure. It's an invitation.
We could do that. We could have Thursdays. We could have weigh-in Thursdays where everybody comes in. You don't have to put your weight in. You can just put a +2, +3, minus.
No, I think
1.
we should put our weight.
You're out of your cotton picking mind, lady.
Don't you put your weight?
No.
No, you guys. Oh, you don't.
No.
Oh, no.
You don't say your weight, just plus or minus. All right, then let's do plus or minus. I think you should do a thread when you guys weigh yourselves. Start the thread after you record,
Right.
and let us be accountable as well. Because if it's working for you, maybe it will work for your group members.
Yes.
Because you'll notice when I fall off the wagon, I also disappear in the group.
Absolutely. That's why the podcast.
I'm like
I can't
I'm a silent
disappear.
shame
I wanted to
person.
call in sick last week. I was up 5 pounds. I was like, I'm not going on here and talking about this. I'm like, hey, you know what? You said you were going to do it. Now here you go.
And so
I was
you
ready to call in
survived.
sick this week and have message Jessica to be like, hey, come be a guest host.
You're going to have to come in and be the guest host.
And talk about all the crap you've been eating. And I'm going to the beach Tuesday. So who knows what'll happen next week. I'm sure I'll be up something.
Last time I went to the beach, a bunch of people with sticks tried to roll me back in the ocean. I said, I'm not a whale. I'm not a whale.
My trick for not gaining weight on vacations is one bite. If I can allow myself one lick of ice cream, one mouthful of French fries, one meal a day that's terrible, then the rest is healthy, then I should be able to maintain.
Okay, so I think you get a special dispensation for vacations, because I'm just going to let you know that I have a friend coming in next week, and they're coming in on Friday, and they're here until Tuesday. And I'm not going to be worrying about my diet that week. We're going to go. She's
Do
never
whatever?
been. Yeah, we're going to go. She's never been here before. We're going to do cheesesteaks. We're going to go do omelets the size of a car battery.
That friend.
We're going down the shore. Yeah, we're doing all the things, and I'm not worried about it. So the next week I might come back and say, wow. But again,
You might have more exercise though, having a friend visit.
that's true. We'll be walking all over the place, and don't you even get your money out of the gutter, young lady. So yeah, we'll be going
Just,
places.
you know,
and
general,
I'll be limping around.
general exercise.
Yeah, sure. Getting out of the basement and doing things. Yes, that's right. More exercise. Yes.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
I know that's not what you meant. All right. Calm down over there, you.
Thanks for having me on, you guys.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry if I interrupted your flow.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha! Get it? Because it's Shark Week.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. We're, you know what? It's time for the weigh-in. Do you want to hang around for the weigh-in? or you want to go?
Whatever you guys want. Do you want me to hang around? I'm
up to you.
happy to.
Or did you do a weigh-in
Sure.
today?
No, I can.
Well, no. Go ahead. While we're doing the weigh-in, you come
Me
in
first? All right.
No, you go and then come back.
All right.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time for the weigh-in.
All right, even week means I get to go first.
Thank
got
goodness.
back the 3. I got back 3 of the 5 I gained. So I lost 3.
Yay!
Here we go. But I'm still plus 2 from before. But that's okay. I'll take back the 3. I'll take it back.
Yay!
yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, I'm happy about that. And the other thing is, you know what's great about this is, there's no rules in podcasting. We bring people on. We say, go ahead, go weigh yourself. Go ahead. Come on back when you're ready. All right. So how about you, Miss Emily? Or you don't have to. Remember, it's Shark Week, so you get a special.
I don't have to, but you know what? I mean, I've been doing it since the beginning. I'm fine talking about that I'm up a pound this week. I'm okay with that pound.
That's not
I thought
bad.
it would be more.
Yeah.
I thought it would be, honestly, thought it would be more after the sprinkle debacle last night, but
Hold on. You're getting it to Dad for that. Only a pound during Shark Week? There you go.
only a pound. Yeah.
All right, Miss Jessica. How about you? What are you?
I haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks, but I am up at least 3 pounds from where I was when I first joined you guys.
Okay. Well,
And I
3
know it's because
pounds.
I'm off the soda wagon. I was drinking way more water then, and I'm not now. Now I'm drinking.
back
I'm
to
back
the
to like
soda?
a Coke a day, and then no water.
yeah. See, I mean, if I could do
Soda.
anything.
Soda's another trigger for me.
Right.
I
It's
want soda so bad. Seltzer cuts it for a while.
yeah. I like the Deer Park berry sparkling water, but yeah, I always sometimes have to add like stevia because it's too bland. It's the sugar that I'm. Well, we all know.
Yeah, sure it is. It's,
But yeah, so I'm up. So like, I really can't afford to go hog wild next week, even though I would like to. I probably won't now that I've seen that.
Oh, and you're also going to be moving around a lot too.
I'm gonna do yes. Well, that's the other thing is like maybe I can stave it off if I do like long walk on the beach every day
There you go. That's some
or
exercise.
around my little neighborhood. And
Right.
yeah, I am the chief schlepper in my family, so I will be doing all the schlepping.
There you go.
Actually, my older son will be there, so he'll help. So yeah, I mean, it could end up to be quite an active week. So you never know. Maybe. I mean, I won't be back next Thursday, but I'll be back the following Thursday, and I'd like to post in the group how we're doing.
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
they have this thing on your phone. It's a Facebook app. You can post right from the Facebook app.
Oh, right. What's that called again?
It's a Facebook app on your
All
smartphone.
right, whose turn is it?
What are you talking about? Oh, we already did.
John's down three.
We're down
Oh.
3. I'm down
Okay.
3. Emily's up 1 because it's Shark Week. So I got
Pretty
back.
good just to be up one though, because the
Yeah.
water retention's an issue.
I
Well,
agree with that.
Getting toward the end, so
How old are you?
35.
She's
So
just
you're
a
trying
kid.
for more children? Is that what's
No,
happening?
we're done. We are done.
So why
done.
not an IUD?
Hey, now.
I'm saying you don't get your period anymore. I don't.
You know,
think
Yeah,
I'll tell you what
I
I
know.
would do.
I don't-
I would send Mark over to the urologist and have a little snippy snip and sit on a bag of
Yeah.
peas.
Oh,
You've
I
done
didn't
enough.
know her husband's was Mark. I'm like, why are we talking about Mark and snipping him?
I know.
not your coworker, Mark.
Not Mark Asquith. Okay.
There's other peoples
Um,
in this world besides that Mark. There's
I'm not
other
talking
Marks.
about. Listen, the snipping thing is a very personal choice. I
Oh,
happen to have been given the IUD because my periods are more problematic than they should be. But I mean, it's kind of nice because after 6 months, like
Yeah.
I would. You know what?
I may get PMS, but like it's very mild and no periods, which is cool.
I say, I'm telling you right now, when you're done, if you're married and you're done having children, you send that man because you've done enough. You've had your lady bits messed with enough, giving childbirth and all that other stuff.
See it that way.
And then why do you have to be responsible? It's time for him.
I think some men are
What? Stop it. Stop
insecure
it.
about their masculinity
Oh,
and they feel
get over it.
emotionally
You know what, then? Guess what?
snipped
If you
as
want-
well.
I say this, if you want sex again, don't even come near me with that thing if it's loaded. Go get it unloaded and then come on back and show me the report and then we'll talk about it. That's how I feel. Very feisty today in this episode.
We
You
are.
are.
We went real.
Feisty.
Sorry, folks. We went real long. I apologize.
Yeah, Shark Week is a carb issue.
Yeah. Oh God. And that's
and
all
the
I want.
chocolate.
Carbs and cheese. Yeah, and it's only every few months or something that I really get the chocolate craving, but when I do, and I had no chocolate in the house last night, that was bad. That was
It's
so
bad.
bad.
You should have emergency chocolate chips or something.
Maybe
Maybe chocolate covered fruit, like chocolate covered raisins or chocolate covered. At least that way it's a little less chocolate, but it's still
raisins
sweet.
are little tiny sugar balls.
What about fudgesicles? Aren't they kind of like low?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Well, they have, the other thing they have is they have sugar-free popsicles. Look at you two.
No, but she's talking about chocolate though. Chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like things you can eat that are chocolatey.
I think they do have sugar-free fudgesicles. They probably taste like a foot.
I'm
but
not
what
even
the hell?
saying sugar-free. They're like 100 calories if you just just treat yourself to one so you don't, become a killer gorilla.
Right.
Anyway, all right. I know you guys are trying to get off the phone here, right?
All right. Well, listen, hang on here for a second because I'm going to need you don't have audio, so we're going to have to use this anyhow.
I don't.
So we're going to have to use this anyhow. So I'm just going to read on out. You can enjoy me screwing up like I normally do. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to Hate to Wait. For more information, you can go visit hatetowait.com for show notes and links to anything we've talked about in this episode. And if you'd like to join us on our journey, we would love to have you come be a part of the Hate to Wait discussion group on Facebook by going to hatetowait.com/Facebook. Emily, Jessica, lovely to have you.
Good night, John Boy.
Lovely
Good night.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. And we will see you all next week.